the first couple of asparagus. Yay! I'm so excited. Our first little thing's coming up out of the garden. So it's still really early here for spring. We had snow just a couple days ago. We got like 3 inches of snow, but thankfully our perennials that we have, they're all coming up, and they just took it like a champ. Didn't seem to bother them at all, and it melted right off, and the next day it was gone. So we have been cooking right along. So our green onions are doing really well. They're up. Our chives, I need to get these split. They are huge, and I need to split them up into smaller bunches and move them around. I keep splitting them every year. They just keep growing and growing and growing. So we need to get those split up and moved around. We've been working on getting the beds turned over, things like that, getting everything ready, because probably later this week or next week we'll start putting root vegetables in the ground. But this Columbine right here, look at this little beauty. It is doing so well. The cold just doesn't seem to affect it at all. And the sage is starting to come back. It's looking a little scary still, but it's coming. And this little purple flower, I can't remember what this is. Just a little bulb that we picked up. It's so pretty. And we've got a little bunch of violets down here. And some parsley. Looks like some curly parsley decided to come back. It's an annual, but it doesn't care. It's still gonna do it. Alright, so we have this massive rose bush that goes all the way up this trellis. I've been trimming it, and it's out of control. I don't know how we're gonna handle this thing. It just keeps going, but it's very green, and there's lots of little leafy buds on it so far, so I'm excited. Over here in the herb bed, the bee balm is coming up nice and strong, and it's looking really good, nice and healthy. And it appears that we've lost the lemon balm. That's not looking so hot. I'm gonna pull that out. But we've got a bunch of chamomile in here. Tons and tons of chamomile coming up all through this bed. And there's a bunch of daisies back there. And those keep just multiplying and multiplying everywhere. I love the Shasta daisies. And we just I'll let them take right over. Chamomile and daisies. Yum! But there's all kinds of stuff in there. The thyme is doing great. More chives. There's just all kinds of stuff. The oregano is coming up really nice. This oregano bush is completely out of control. Once summer gets here, you'll see this is like a 5x5 bush. It's crazy. And we had to trim the rose bush back really far this year. It had quite a bit of damage from the winter. And we've got a little jumper over here. The oregano decided to jump, and we've got another patch going. Back here in these 2 beds, I planted some early peas, and even with the snow, these little puppies are coming right up. They're doing really well. I'm really happy. Most of them are popping. There's still a few more pushing up through, which is really nice. So this will be a nice little pea bed. These are just little 4x4 beds I picked up a few years ago, and they work perfect for whatever extra space. So I really like those. And this one also has got a bunch of little peas in there, and they're all coming up and doing really well. And then over here we have our thyme bed, which desperately needs to be weeded, but everything is looking good. This plant doesn't look like it did so well this winter. We're gonna have to trim this out pretty good, but the rest of them took the winter really well and are looking great. So that is about it for our garden right now. The only thing we planted is the early snow peas that my dear friend gave me, and I got those in the ground, and those are doing really well, but that's the only thing we put into the ground so far. Everything else is perennials and root vegetables later this week. Radishes, carrots, maybe some lettuce, things of that nature we'll be able to start planting. The snow should be gone for now, but it is Maine. You never know. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.